What can you threaten black people with that we haven't already lived through before? We already couldn't go to your schools. We already couldn't live in your neighborhood. We already couldn't shop in your store. We already had to sit in the back of the bus. We already filled out your jail. We already had our zip codes redlined. We already had our votes suppressed. We already had our families separated. We already had our men profiled. We already had our women objectified. What you think you gonna do new that's gonna be able to intimidate us? Black people got soundtrack music. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. It is their master plan to make you live in fear so you don't fight back, so you don't lift up your voice, so you don't kick against the prick. Fear is the only weapon that white supremacy has.
Hey everyone, and welcome to All Diversity Central. Now recently a lot has been happening in the United States, and there's been a lot of protests, and black people have not been joining hands in those protests. A lot of questions have emerged, especially to the white folks, as to why black people are not showing up in those protests. And they are like, come support us, we supported you, we need your support. And I'm like, when did white folks ever support the black folks? You all know the black history. White folks have never supported the black people. And then the white folks are like, once we get whatever we want, we throw you away. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, black people have been through a lot. You all know the history of the black people. Like, you are making black people to live in fear. And the black people have been even through their worst. And I feel like you can't scare someone who has been through their worst. So these white folks are making black people to live in fear. And funny enough is that black people already know the tactics of the white folks. You all know the history of the black people. You all know what black people have been through. And black people fought, they marched, they voted, like they did everything. And now they are saying that it's their time to sit back and relax. Like, they are no longer showing up in those protests. They are no longer doing anything. They are no longer fighting anymore. What they want right now is just peace. So guys, I would like us to go through these videos together, and I'll be right back with more commentary. And guys, if this is the kind of content you enjoy watching, I kindly ask you to hit that subscription button, like the video, and share so that YouTube can recommend it to a larger audience, and it will help me grow my channel.
You know, I have a worldview that is complicated in certain areas and very simplistic in others. The basis, the starting point, the foundation is very simple. I don't eat where I am not wanted. I do not congregate with those that hate me, and I will never break bread with someone who would stab me with a knife. Simple. Simple and plain. I will not eat where I am not wanted. I know there are people in spaces that hate what I say. I know it. I give them no quarter. I ask for none in return. I offer no forgiveness. And fuck them. Forever. So I'm not eating with them people. Not. Don't ask me to come in and be nice. Don't ask me to come in and try to compromise. Don't ask me to come in and try to find common ground, because fuck you. You've already proven without a shadow of a doubt I can't trust you. So why in the fuck would I sit there and eat a meal in front of you where I got to worry about whether or not my food is poisoned? I do not go in spaces where I am not wanted. In this day and age, our politics have taken over every aspect of American society. Our politics have taken over every aspect of American society. And what we are finding out more and more is that far too many people are pussy. They are willing to get shit on as long as they're not the beneficiaries of the ire that would come if they stood up for themselves. So why in the fuck would I go in a room full of those people? Why? Why in the fuck would I go into a room full of people that think my way of dealing with bullies is wrong? It's counterproductive, or it doesn't give us and offer us a way forward. Fuck them people. And if I'm in a room with you and that's how you talking, I'm getting the fuck out. I don't want to be in that room. I do not want to be in that room. Everybody in there is a bunch of bitches, and I'm walking out the door. I will not break bread with anyone who would stab me with a knife. The current presidential administration has never liked people like me. In all of the aspects of my life, the current administration has never liked people like me. Black man. All of the things that they wanted to turn into some sort of negative stereotypes, I have turned them into the fuel that drives me. I am loud. I am boisterous. I wear big ass earrings in my ears. I paint my fucking fingernails. I fight for communities that are not just my own. And I stand 10 toes down on it. Money is not going to influence me. Status is not going to influence me. Being able to get into those enclaves is not going to influence me. The truth is the truth no matter what. So why in the fuck would I sit across the table from somebody who is against everything I stand for? We're gonna break bread so we can talk. Just to have this motherfucker stab me literally in my fucking face? No. What we are finding out, and what we have found out since November 5th of 2024, is far too many people are perfectly okay with falling down as long as they're the ones that don't get stepped on. This is a terrible fucking time for America. This is a terrible time. Because the fight against this shit is what makes history. The fight against these forces are what supposedly history of America was built on. Now we know it's bullshit. We know it's bullshit. Having the most marginalized, having the most defenseless destroyed, that's what we really like. We love that America gets a hard on when it gets a chance to crush poor, marginalized people. It is America's biggest thing. But the myths we have been told is this: we stand up to the bullies. We stand up to the bullies. We're the ones that fight for the little guy. Is it any wonder that there are people who see that one of the biggest bullies is us, and they're standing up against them? And do you notice the fucking response that these people are getting? 10 Democrats voting to censure one of their own. Just like there were several Democrats that voted to censure Rashida Tlaib for using her First Amendment rights, for believing and understanding the pain and suffering her own people were going through. Now, I ain't got no love for Rashida Tlaib because of everything that happened afterwards. But the fact that there were Democrats going, come on, let's vote against her because we got to get along. This is the new way. Fuck you. Al Green stood up there and told the absolute goddamn truth. Donald Trump doesn't have a mandate. Elon Musk doesn't have any goddamn government oversight to do the shit that he's doing. But we're all supposed to just go, okay, go on, just don't hurt me. The GOP reps and senators in the Senate and Congress are saying they're afraid of their own constituents because of physical violence. And the opposition party said, yeah, I'm afraid of them too. Give in to the mob. Give in to stupidity. Give in to the racism, sexism, homophobia, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, transphobia, and ableism. Give in to it, because it's a hell of a lot easier than standing your motherfucking ass up and taking a punch in your face. But in my approach, that's not leading us a path forward. Capitulation ain't a path forward. I'm sorry. If a bully walks up on you when you were in school and stole $1, which was all of your lunch money, don't you think that motherfucker tomorrow will come for $2? And at some point, isn't it time for you to punch that motherfucker in the goddamn face, get your money back, and say, if you ever come anywhere near me, bitch, I'm gonna wake your ass up in the middle of the night and send you to Jesus? Ignorant people are running through social media. We're not even talking about regular print media, like the Ben Shapiro's and the Charlie Kirks. We ain't even talking about them. We're talking about just on social media. Every single fucking day, we have to stand up against the most ignorant motherfuckers on the planet who are basically, their only threat is, well, Trump won, you gotta suck his dick. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. You suck his dick. And then let me kick you in the back of your fucking head while you're doing it. So I'm going to say this one more time. I do not eat where I am not wanted. I will not go into rooms that do not want me there. And I will never break bread with a motherfucker that would stab me in the back or stab me with a knife. And if some of y'all are too fucking cowardly to stand up and fight for the absolute basic human rights that we all deserve, regardless of where we come from or the backgrounds we live in, then stand your ass on the porch. Stand on the porch. Because this is not going to be for the faint of heart. We are what, 3 months in? Almost 3 months in? We have 4 years of this. Your hands gonna get bloody. You're gonna get tired. But if you give in, they will be taking shit from you from now on. So if somebody don't stand up and say something, there's gonna be some problems. I am Captain Misunderstandings and Furniture Moving, because one of Ice Cube's best songs, you ain't gonna take my life. I'm never going to give it to you. You're gonna literally have to take me out to shut me the fuck up.
I'm 100% convinced that DEI programs are nothing more than the adult version of participation medals.
What I am about to say has to come with this disclaimer. Okay? If you know, you know. Say it again. What I'm about to say has to come with this disclaimer. If you know, you know. Unhinged, loud, and heavily armed bearded white men are one of the biggest dangers to America. White men in general, unhinged, loud, perpetually wrong, and heavily armed white men are a threat to America. Now again, if you know, you know. What is understood does not have to be said. I ain't got to say it. I don't. If you know, you know. So I took that video that I made about Mr. Throat talking about DEI as a participation trophy. Took it over to YouTube, right? All right. Sure enough, I mean, it got some traction. Don't get me wrong. It's still getting traction. But in the comments section, there they are. Right there. Right there. Using the same catchphrases. I don't ever want to hear another motherfucking white man tell me shit about being in their feelings. Not after January 6, 2021, and the bitch moaning, piss moaning, and complaining that was done from January 6, 2021 up until this motherfucker was reelected and slandered or slug his snail-like ass back up into the goddamn White House. I don't want to hear another motherfucking thing about in their feelings. I don't. Y'all got a lawsuit from a white woman in the Supreme Court right now because she lost her fucking job to two people. One was gay, the other one was a lesbian, and she thinks it was discrimination against cis white people. So shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I was on live with USMC Angry Veteran, aka Matt. I call him Matt. Y'all can call him that shit. Where he admitted this. That man has a beard. He looks like fucking Santa Claus. But he admitted it. We can't get any further in life because we got to keep coming back and picking up these motherfuckers. Do you know why Republicans in the fucking House and Senate won't stand up to Trump? Because they're afraid of these jackasses. These are the Civil War will happen again. The South will rise again, motherfuckers. You know them. See them all the time. The rational ones, they kind of stick out. They do. The irrational ones, come on. They end up becoming examples of what the fuck I'm talking about. And they always believe that their pew-pew and their balls will save the day. No, they won't. Other motherfuckers have pew-pews. Other people got nuts. Shit, there's some women with ovaries that got pew-pews that'll save the goddamn day before your dumb ass will. Matt said something yesterday that made so much fucking sense to me that I had to take a breath to hear it again. These white men are the foot soldiers and the greatest, fucking supporters of the status quo. Because it somehow makes them feel like they're doing something. Like, the other part of being one of these unhinged motherfuckers is this. No matter who tells them, no matter how it is told, no matter the proof that you show them, they think they're one good break away from being one of these rich motherfuckers. They think they are absolutely one good break away from being one of the motherfuckers that perpetually kick them in the fucking face. That's why they will sacrifice their wives, their children, their daughters, their sons, their mother and father. They will sacrifice everybody. Because if they acknowledge what the fuck was truly going on, put them goddamn pew-pews down and learned how to fucking fight for all of us, they might miss that opportunity. And all of these fucking little right-wing jackass fucking news sites and shit, they cater to these people. Think about this for just a second. It has been an established, known thing, an established factual thing that white people were not slaves, that the Irish were not slaves, that when it came to white folks and other white folks with more money, it was always indentured servitude. How do we get to where we are right now? They couldn't get past slavery was so long ago. Well, bitch, the last slave died in so-and-so, 19 something something. You were never a slave. No, but I can trace my lineage back. Oh, well, I was never a slave owner. Bitch, nobody ever said that. Then he got to, well, you know, white people suffer racism too. These men have always looked at it from the standpoint of if everybody can have it, then it ain't worth nothing. What they didn't realize is some of them ain't got it either. Out here arguing for some shit you won't even benefit from. Like if you really told them to seriously take a look at yourself, take a look at your life, ask yourself this question: what the fuck do you have? What makes you think that because you wake up in a country that has been catering to rich motherfuckers that share your skin color doesn't mean you have shared in those benefits? They would look at your ass like you were speaking Klingon. And then when in doubt, when all logic has just beat them down, when everybody in society, and that includes the motherfuckers in their own ecosystem, have told them how incredibly wrong and fucked up their mindset is, where do they go? Violence. Violence. We've been having elections since forever. But this one time, their guy lost, and they couldn't take it. Y'all heard some of them motherfucking people? Cut their heads off. Storm the Capitol. I almost guarantee you it was a dude that shit in his hand and smeared it all over the walls. I guarantee you it was a dude. And white women, y'all facilitate this. Over and over again. You facilitate it. Instead of telling your man the truth. No, it wasn't a Mexican that stole your job. It wasn't a black man that's smoking a crack. No, honey, sweetheart, you're uneducated in this country. And the white men that you look up to, they don't fucking like you. They piss on your forehead every day, but you out here with a umbrella calling it rain. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let's just be honest about it. Just be honest about it.
Yeah, so welcome back, guys. The problems that black folks have been through has meant them to be resilient. You all know what black folks have been through. They have been to the streets. They have been fighting for their rights. They have marched. They have protested. They have voted against whatever they don't like, but nothing changes. And now, they have chosen to sit back and relax. The fact that they have chosen to do that does not mean that they have been defeated. It's only that they are tired. To the white folks, I don't know what is it that you are telling black folks that they are going to see when they don't join hands with you, when they don't support you, because honestly, black folks have been through a lot. In fact, they have been through their worst. You can't scare someone who already know your tactics, because the only tactics that you use to the black folks is fear. And unfortunately, black folks are aware of that. You can't manipulate someone who has been through their worst, because black folks have been through their worst. And to my black folks, what I like about you is unity. Black folks are choosing to unite. They are choosing to support each other, be it economically. Because apart from that, they are not going to benefit anything from the white folks. Because honestly, even if the black folks support white folks, what is it that they are going to gain? Nothing. Nothing, because there is nothing that white folks can offer to black folks, and you all know that. Yeah, so to my black folks, I guess that you have made the right choice, just to sit back and relax. Peace, nothing more. Because honestly, you have been to the streets, you have done a lot of work. You have, for the longest time, you have been fighting for your rights, and still nothing changes. So just relax. Yeah, I know you are tired, just relax. And so let me know what you have to say about this down in the comment section. And if this is the kind of the content you enjoy watching, I kindly ask you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share so that YouTube can recommend it to a larger audience, and you will help me grow my channel. Yeah, so until the next episode, for now, goodbye. All Diversity Central, we out.